Hey, Funko lovers, welcome to the Funko Friends podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Funko, with my co-host,
Hi, guys.
And today on episode 75, we have the amazing, the beautiful, the great
Jassy H1K. Welcome.
Let's get into it.
That reminds me of like the EDM days. Used to go out with like little college parties, and that's all they played was that. I love it. Hello.
Hi.
Hey there. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. And thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. We got Arcade Pop. Hey there. We got Nadia.
Hi.
Mama Ice.
Hey, Mama Ice.
I'm sure we
got Real Brother.
Yeah, hi Real Brother. I just didn't see it at the top
Funko
there.
PDX. Welcome.
Yes, welcome guys. Okay.
All right, let's start with our first question.
Do you want to start with the questions or?
Let's wait till more people roll in,
right.
And then we'll
okay, you let me know when.
We'll discuss our announcements.
Yes, we have announcement, guys.
Hey, Baby Ice. Okay.
Baby Ice.
How did you come up with your YouTube name? What's the H1K about?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, that's a great question. So I actually I can't take credit for it. So way when I started, it was House of 1,000 Pops. That was my original username. Not actually on YouTube too, I believe. And I don't know if you guys know who Stash Loot is.
No.
So
we don't.
they, before Whatnot, they used to be really big IG auctioneers. And anyway, I used to go into all of their Whatnot auctions, and Jay, who used to run the auctions, he used to call me H1K. And I loved the sound of that. So eventually we wanted to switch the name that incorporated something other than just Pops, because House of 1,000 Pops is obviously very limiting. Yeah. So we ended up changing it to H1K, which it's in a way is House of 1,000 and then collectibles. Right. So we did that instead. But yeah, I can't take any credit. That was all Stash Loot. If you guys know if anybody in the chat knows who they are, they're great.
Oh, it's definitely unique and it's very cool.
Thanks.
All right. So what made you want to create a YouTube channel or any content?
My partner. If it was up to me, I would never have been here. Never would have created any social media, never would have done any of it. But my partner in H1K, who is also my daughter's father, we are best friends now. It's a very cordial relationship, but we are also partners in this. And before this happened, COVID started, the lockdown, all that stuff. I was one of the people who had lost their jobs. The restaurant I ran a catering department. So that all closed down for COVID. And he was like, hey, he started getting into Pops, which I lightly got into. Like, I'd go to the store, I see him on the shelf, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, hey, why don't we really get into Pops, learn more about them, start collecting more, and then kind of try to sell. And I had no idea about anything, and I was like, took a little bit, but in the realm we were going, it just made sense to start a YouTube channel, I guess. But we made everything all at once, which has also made it easier to grow the platform 3 years later. Like, if there's new platforms like TikTok, if you don't have a TikTok, it's hard to go on now and build. So we were happy when we did what we did then.
Right.
Yes. But yeah, again, all credit to somebody else, not me. I can't, social media was not my thing for a while, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to say from what I've seen, especially on your Instagrams and some of the stuff on YouTube, you're very easygoing on camera. You definitely have a presence about you. So if you say it wasn't your thing, it naturally just came out from what I can see.
I appreciate that. And I'm glad that that's the way that it comes off. I feel so awkward sometimes. And it's, most of the time you're just sitting in a room talking to yourself but like
Yeah.
you're talking to the camera. So it took a little bit to get used to that, but I think it's honestly just going live, like on Whatnot, on the interviews like you guys do, all that stuff. I think all of it combined, I was kind of just forced to assimilate.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, you did well.
Just want to say hi
yes.
to Dangerous Jobler.
Hey there.
Two boys in their scary hops.
Hi there, Eric.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Howdy, you guys.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
All
we
right,
got
that's all,
everyone.
for
Okay,
now.
go ahead.
And then our next question is, what YouTube channels do you like and look up to, or content creators in general?
So I feel like Top Pops is probably, I know you guys had interviewed him, which, I mean, that's amazing. First off, he's huge. So actually a little bit of tea. When I started interviewing, I have since talked to Top Pops, but when I started, you guys, like when I saw the interview, I was like, oh my goodness. He never even read my message. So I was like, well, they got Top Pops on? Oh, absolutely. But I would say in content world, I think Top Pops is kind of like the highest for us, like with Funko Pops and Funko in general. So I definitely look up to him. I mean, I don't know how he does it. And Franchise Kicks, I've watched his stuff. Honestly, I used to watch more channels in the beginning. Now that my life has been so consumed with Funko everything, I don't have time to watch any YouTube videos. Like if I'm watching anything, it's like on my phone in the bathroom while I'm like getting ready for the day. Other than that, I rarely have leisure time to sit and watch them. And if I'm being honest, with everything that I do being pop or Funko related, pretty much, it's hard to want to sit down in your free time and then engage in more Funko Pop stuff.
Yeah.
That's understandable. I get that.
So I would love to name like a million people. I really would. And I started off watching a lot. And I know watching is supporting. Trust me, I have a YouTube channel, but it's really hard, like, to make that every part of your life.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
So, with that Top Pops thing, like I messaged him lots of times. I couldn't get a hold of him. So I saw him one time. He posted something. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be at this place at this time. Come meet me up." So me and my friend Simon, we jumped in the car, drove down there. I walked up to him. I was like, "I want you to be on my podcast," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm totally down. Give me your Instagram. We'll talk." He was like, "Yeah."
You guys are in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome to be able to like pinpoint, and you're like, all right, I'm going. I'm meeting you. You're gonna answer me. That's amazing.
Stalkerish, but
a little stalkerish.
I mean, that's the point of the meetup.
It works, right?
Is to avoid the creepy like show up at my house unannounced, but like here guys, come meet me here. Little less creepy.
Right.
Yeah. No, but he was very warm and excited to, and it's not that he didn't mean to not see.
Yeah, there's so many people messaging him. He doesn't notice that stuff.
Yeah, he's quite big, and you're gonna miss a few.
100%. I know that it wasn't malicious when he never answered. As you know, he's a big account. He gets a ton of messages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got Santi.
Hey, welcome
in the chat. Welcome.
So how long have you been making YouTube videos for? Has it been a while?
I believe I started in 2020.
Okay.
So I don't know if I started in April. So it may be coming up on like a 3-year of starting YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. She's got 3 years under her belt.
Yeah. We have about almost 2, I think.
We started your channel first.
Yes.
You started in September, right?
Yes.
And I think by October, I was like, I'm down. I'm gonna make my own channel too. We've been more successful with you just because more attention's been on it.
Yeah.
I kind of like got busy with school and other stuff, so I'm like,
Kind of put it on the back burner.
yeah, I might go back to it. Who knows? Once things change, I'm almost done school, so maybe I'll put more effort into it. But anyway, okay.
Eric.
D hit him over the head, and Simon put him in the trunk, and they said we will destroy your pops if you don't do the interview.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's too
dark.
much.
That's a bit
very
much,
dark.
But you know what? That would be really funny though. You come in, you're like, by the way, you don't do this.
Yeah. I just want to say hi to Bees Poppin' in the chat.
Hey there, Bees. Nice to see you. The real OG.
Yeah.
Bees.
So what makes your YouTube channel unique and special in your eyes? What do you bring to the table?
Oh man, that was like the best and worst question to ask, like at this period of time. I actually sat down with my partner the other day and I was like, why do people watch us? I'm like, what do we do that nobody else does? Listen, I honestly, I don't know. I think I'm in that place where I mean, maybe you guys can relate. When you first start YouTube, it feels simple. You make a video, you do a little editing, you upload, and then hopefully views come.
Yeah.
And it kind of felt like that, like just get it up. I mean, as far as like getting a video up. So it was more of just all of that, just worrying about getting content up. And we worried less about what exactly we were putting up. Obviously, it was about pops, unboxings, mystery boxes, and I've tried to like incorporate little mystery box battles. I had my fire and ice battles where whoever won in value, and then if you lost, you had to dump a bucket of ice water over your head.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But honestly, I think I'm kind of back to like the strategy board. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Like, are we just going to, am I going to take this time to just upload like pop unboxings? Like, am I just going to sit in front of the camera and open up boxes of pops? So honestly, I mean, if I had to give you something, I'd say that aside from the apparent domination, or I would actually probably say just the destruction of the Funko Pops and Funko in general, everything's dying, everything is this and that, it's no good. I mean, if you watch my channel, you don't get any of that. I'm not, first off, I sell them, so I think it's counterproductive for me to sit here and tell you how horrible or they're dying or this or that when I sell them. So I don't agree that they're dying. So not as much negativity as you get from other platforms or other content creators. Right. I just like to open Funko Pops. That's it, man. So if you just want like Funko Pops and positivity, come on over. A little bit of sarcasm too.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I just want to say hi to So Blessed Pops. Welcome, my friend.
Hey there, So Blessed.
Before we move in, we're getting out of YouTube questions. We're jumping into Funko questions. But before that, we want to start
with Eric's question?
No, the announcements.
Oh, the announcement. Okay, guys. We had a few people reach out. Thank you. Okay, so we have a new addition coming to our family, guys. She's going to be really, really cute, I hope. And she's going to be white and fluffy. And her name is Lily. And Rosie hopefully is going to like her too. Obviously not. That's not it.
April Fools.
But no, for real, guys. Approximately, I've been to the doctors a few times, and we're gonna have an ultrasound soon. But approximately, I should be 3 months pregnant.
Yep.
Now that it's April, so we're gonna have a child, guys.
Yep.
That's so exciting! Congratulations, guys!
First time, mom and dad.
Yep.
Johnny's gonna be a dad.
Yes, I am.
So yeah, we just wanted to share that with you guys. If you're like, Dee's looking a little different in the next couple of months, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
So yeah, thank you guys. Oh
Thank
wow.
you.
Hi there, Tilts. I see that Tilts is there. Oh, thank you, baby ice. Johnny Martinez, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's so nice, guys. So supportive.
Yeah.
Did you guys really think it was a cat? Trying to joke. Because didn't you say a few people in your chat said, like when you said...
When I was saying there's news
they're like, oh my God, you're pregnant.
No, only the people that had kids knew that.
Oh, okay.
That was, that was pregnant. Yeah. Hey, Tails Pops, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. We just wanted to share that with you. Okay,
All right,
not to take too much attention away from our lovely guest, just wanted to let
Take it, that baby. Take all of the attention. So cute.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. All right, take it away, my love.
Before we continue on, I just want to say a big thank you to Dead Zone if he sees this.
Yes.
This overlay right now that we have, the new overlay, is from Dead Zone. We really appreciate it.
It's very cool. What do you guys think?
Very cool.
PDS. He knew when you messaged. That's
yeah.
Funny. He's got kids. So, but the overlay, like, what do you guys think? It says the Funko Friends podcast is really big at the top there, and the subscribe and like share button, and then the like yellow outline of the videos, like between the two of us and everything.
Yep. And
really cool. It looks really sick. I didn't even know that you could do this.
Neither did I.
On StreamYard, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a wonderful job. So thank you again to Dead Zone.
Dead Zone, yeah. And another announcement: we have a giveaway tonight from Jassy.
Yes.
We'll be running it later at the end of the podcast.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, let's get back into it.
Yes.
So what was your very first Funko Pop that you ever collected in your collection?
You can probably see it. It's I'm attached, so I if I reach, everything's gonna come down. But it was the Hot Topic Chucky. So not these Stitches, but the other one. But him and the common Tiffany were actually my two first Funko Pops. I tore the boxes off. I've like you would opening up like a Barbie doll or like an actual kid's toy, like ripped it open, knew nothing about it. And I had gone to this almost like big antique shop where they had, cards, pops, they had like VHS, they had all these like older things. And I saw the two pops and I was like, oh, those are really cool. I love Chucky. And knew nothing about them, but that's where that slowly started.
Can I just make a comment? It looks like her where all her Chuckies and stuff are. The actual thing looks like it's from like IKEA. It looks like our setup sort of thing.
I don't know.
I have no clue where this
okay. Because we have black shelving units too, and they look so much similar.
Yours look much better.
Ours are a little smaller, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were Pop King Paul, his son. He didn't want them in his room anymore, and I took them. So I have no idea where these are from.
That's good. That's
used. How did you get into Funko collecting? Did somebody tell you? Did you just see them around? So how did that entail?
So I had seen them around. My partner, he was at the time was my actual partner. This was before we split up, and he had started collecting and had gotten me a few. This was after my first few, and then fast forward during COVID, that's when he kind of brought it up again, and I started doing my little research, going through them, and there was a lot more horror pops than I had anticipated. So that was why I got into pops. That was him.
Wow. So a Funko Pop you'd like to see made.
I've said this before, and it wouldn't actually be a regular size Funko Pop. It would be a movie moment.
Okay.
And it would be Tatum hanging out of the doggy door in the garage door in Scream. I don't know if you guys have seen Scream. When she gets, her kill scene, I would love that in a movie moment.
Oh, Drew Barrymore. Her name is Tatum, I guess.
Nope,
right?
not Drew Barrymore is the first girl that dies. Okay. Tatum is the redhead that you see who's friends with Sydney.
Oh, right. Yes.
She tries to climb out of the little doggy door in the garage and then gets smushed. That needs to be a movie scene. It would be sick. Thank you.
That would be an amazing movie scene. I love Scream, even though I always tell you I'm not a horror fan. This is not horror to me. It's more cheesy horror. Like, I can definitely enjoy it, you know?
Sure. A lot of the horror back then is not so much very scary nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. But Scream was one of my favorite growing up for horror.
Yeah. How many Funko Pops do you have in your collection? Do you keep count of that or not really? No.
In the beginning, when I started collecting, I wanted to make it a point to get all of the horror grails and not like the Freddy Funko horror grails, just like the Ghostface, the Spalding, Gremlins, all of the big grail or big money. A grail is, I guess, subjective to what you think, but all of the really expensive horror pops and pretty much all the way down in between. And I got all of the grails. I think I posted a picture on my IG. And then, as much as I love looking at them, I thought that they would be happier in somebody else's collection. Right. So it was kind of like a goal. I got all of them. And then I was like, we're going to sell. So now, because despite being a fan of horror, that doesn't mean that you love every horror item. Right. So now I just collect what I like or what I find cool. There's really no rhyme or reason, but God, I actually have no idea how many Funko Pops I have in my. It's not that many. I'm looking at your wall, and I want to say that I definitely don't have that many.
Right.
Okay.
No, I don't think I have, because a lot of my collection now is also outside of Funko Pops. So there are like a lot of pops, but I also have, NECA figures. I have custom pops. I have a lot of pictures, masks, little props, handmade by robots, all that stuff.
We just started getting into handmade by robots.
I love handmade by robots. They're just so cool. I don't know. Yeah. Love them.
They really are.
I just wanted to say, to Screaming Funko, Rose McGowan. Yes, that was the girl that got stuck in the little doggy door. She's a great actress. I actually really like her. I watched a lot of movies with her in it back in the day. Yeah. Hi, Screaming Funko. Then Christian Palomero.
I agree with this comment.
I wish they would make a Trailer Park Boys Funko. You've been waiting forever.
I've been dying.
And I've been waiting forever.
Freaking love that show.
Yeah, we do. And we also got Main Gaming 27.
Hey, bro.
Thank you for stopping in. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we also have a question from Screaming Funko.
Okay.
Has Jassy been able to get to any horror cons recently?
Good question.
No.
Very nice. Cool.
I haven't. But, and I, for the life of me, of course, will not remember what it is, the event that I'm going to, but I believe in June, there's some kind of horror event, I think in Dallas, and Paul, for those of you who don't know, my fiance, Pop King Paul, he got us tickets to this event, and I think John Carpenter's going to be there, and he got like a signing with him, so I'm going to end up meeting John Carpenter, so I'm pretty pumped about that. But I'm horrible at consistency, something I'm very much working on to this day. I am horrible at like attending these things. I always end up finding out about it way after it's already happened.
Oh, okay. You need a friend in your life that's like he's notoriously online being like, we got this con coming up in June. We got this one in September. Which ones do you want to go to? Do you want to plan it out? Like, he's the one I go to for these things.
I'm
So
very
you
organized.
need your partner or a friend to be like at you so you can go to these things, you know?
Yep.
But that's cool if you're going to get that sign. Who was it again? You said it was
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Okay, wow. So you were definitely going to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be there.
Just want to say hi, Headless Nick Stark.
Hi there, Headless. Good to see
Ryan
you.
Milky.
And Ryan.
And Christina Payne. Thank you for
Thanks everyone being here. Remember to stab that like button.
stab that like button.
Very cool. I love that. Christine, you're the best.
Okay, our next question is most and least valued Funko Pop in your collection, if you know.
Oh yes.
You probably don't. Or do you?
You might.
The least valued Funko Pop, I'm gonna say, is honestly probably the Seinfeld Pops. I have
Really?
down here. They're all the way at the bottom. Seinfeld. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show.
We love the show.
I have.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have. Let's see if I can. Oh, so I have one side over here that's Friends, and then on the other side is my Seinfeld.
Yeah, I
That's
see.
good.
I can kind of.
I would probably say that those are the cheapest, if not the common Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers, maybe. But I feel
Okay.
like those are even like $20.
Because
The most expensive.
Because my Seinfeld, the one with the Pez, wasn't he like $50?
Yes, people are selling it for
Jerry with Pez?
Yeah, Jerry with Pez. It's a really funny moment. Do you remember?
Oh
that?
yeah,
Oh.
where he puts it on Elaine's leg and she can't stop laughing in the middle of the recital. Yeah, that's pretty great.
I love that moment. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, I have that one right there. It's
Oh,
not
you
in my
did?
collection, but my partner actually put aside Seinfeld Pops. He wanted me to make some kind of reel out of it, but I have Jerry. He's $50.
Here.
in Canada.
Here.
So it might be
yeah.
a
I don't
lot
know what
less.
it's there for you there.
Our dollar is a lot weaker.
Yeah, but
It's probably like $20 here then.
no,
Yeah.
but the Kramer and all the other ones, they were like 20 or 17 to 20. They were like regular price.
Yeah, because they're
Funkos.
commons, and the one you have,
This
the Jerry is
Pez.
exclusive.
Exclusive. Yeah, so that might be why he was so. Yeah. Okay, so most expensive. She's still looking. Still looking.
Honestly, I mean, like most expensive pop without like a signature, like just on its own kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
I would say, now this is tough. Like, it would, if you want actual Funko Pop, like made from Funko, I would probably say that it's the Con 4-pack of the Ghostbusters dudes covered in the, I think that's like 4 something.
Oh wow.
And
Damn.
if you want to go custom, I have, oh goodness, I don't, so she's definitely not the most expensive, but I can't reach the other ones. I have these custom
Leather?
Scream Pops.
Oh,
Oh,
that's cool.
sick.
I have a Sydney Chase. Oh, no. I don't know if you could see it in the distance there. I can't reach
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of
But
there.
I have Sydney and Billy, and I got both of those as a gift, but they went for auction for like $500 to $600 each.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if anybody would pay that again.
Yeah.
But if they would, those would probably be the priciest ones.
Yeah.
Just want to say hi to Granny Joe. Welcome.
Hi,
in the
Granny
chat.
Joe. Welcome.
Can I step?
Hello.
I don't mean to. Can you give me guys 2 seconds? I want to switch out this cord really quick before I get cut off on my audio. So I'm gonna give
Yep,
you
no problem.
back in 2 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. There are lots of people here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones that she has with the Scream, those are really special. I like those a lot.
Good question. We're gonna answer that in a little bit.
Yeah, when she comes back. What do you think of those Scream ones? The
Those are sick.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney's the main character.
Right.
Nev Campbell plays there.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It's just been a while since we watched that movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got here?
I don't think Headless and Ryan heard our news.
Oh, okay. We were just telling the chat a little while ago
that we're gonna be first-time parents.
First-time parents. Yes, I am pregnant, approximately 3 months.
Yes.
So, yeah, we were just letting everyone know that. Oh gosh. Okay.
All good.
Yeah. All right.
You're funny
all right.
screaming. You're very funny.
Yeah. All right. You want to read the comment?
Yeah, so Screaming says, if Jassy was to write a horror movie, what director, alive or dead, would she pick to direct her film?
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven. Whoa, didn't even need a...
Right away.
When I was younger, I mean, I'm going to be 29 this year, so when I was like 16, 17, 18, around there, I was convinced that I was going to be a horror movie director. I didn't want to be in them. I don't want to be an actor. Although, I mean, my acting skills are pretty good. I wanted to direct. So I used to say that I was going to be the next female Wes Craven. That didn't happen. I sell Funko Pops instead now, which, you know,
That's
not
so cool.
It's not bad, but easy. That was the easiest question ever.
Yeah.
I love him.
Just want to say hi to my brother Tyler in the chat and Kenneth Bird.
Tyler, hey there.
MacGuffin man.
Oh, thank you, Granny Joe. That's so sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. I don't see it, but she must see it. Okay. Oh, and yes, just so you know, we will be on the Horseman this coming Tuesday. Yes, for sure. So check that out as well, guys. And hi, Tyler. I think I said hi, but just making sure. And Kenneth, nice to see you as well. And MacGuffin Man, always a pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Okay.
So our next question is collecting a hobby or an addiction at this point?
A hobby.
Yeah.
It still is. I love them. I do. All part of the horror. Like when I go out and I see things, I definitely do. It could be, I guess, a little bit of an addiction, but the problem is I keep myself really busy, and I've actually said that I haven't been bored. Like I can't remember the last time I was like, I'm bored. Like there's nothing to do. I don't have anything to do. So keeping myself relatively busy definitely has kept it from being like an overwhelming addiction, but
Okay.
it's in between right now. Equal.
I think with us, or at least with me, I can't speak for you, but I feel like we're kind of on the same page. When it first started out and I got one, I thought this one was cool.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but I want this one and that one. Like I was just picking up everything, and we ran out of room very quickly.
Yeah, and then realized there's
And then you
half
take
the
a step
stuff,
back.
Yeah,
You
half the stuff
definitely-
you're not even into that well.
Yeah, you just take a step back and then you really think like, what really moves me? Why would I want to pick up this Funko? And you realize like the ones I picked up, yeah, I like them, but they're not like, you know what I mean? So we ended up selling them.
We sold a lot. Yeah.
We were very lucky. We were very like successful in that.
Yeah, but it was like the weirdest thing when we were selling pops. We were selling the ones that are not like that, like rare or common, like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then the more exclusive ones took so much longer to sell. It was weird as hell.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Yeah,
The stuff that we thought would
sell right away didn't sell at all.
like what people usually would be into, and
Yeah.
like random weird ones that I pick out sometimes. I thought that would, take forever, but it kind of went the opposite way. And I don't know if it's just because the day that we went to the like the buy and sell like things that with the booth and everything. I don't know if it was just the people that were there that day or if this always happens, but
Yeah,
that's just the way it went,
yeah, that's the way it went.
So I guess you just gotta see who comes to your booth and what people are looking for.
Yep.
I think that's how it goes,
Well,
right?
I think it's a lot like online. It's like you can have, or even just when I put together a mystery box, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. It's gonna sell out, like easy.
Yeah.
It's the one that ends up taking the longest to sell out. Like I'm like, what is happening? So I think that it's
Okay.
just kind of like who's on or who's at the place certain days.
So you can relate to that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just want to tell Arcade we're gonna be there 2 nights, bro.
2 nights for WrestleMania. Absolutely.
Right after this.
We got our snacks ready.
Yep.
We're ready to go.
Hey, Mafia Gaming, what's good, bro?
Mafia Gaming, welcome.
So, favorite store to shop for Funkos?
Online.
Online store.
I would say Facebook.
Oh, really? Facebook Market?
Thank you, Ryan.
Facebook, not so much Market.
No,
If you are looking for places to buy Funko Pops outside of like, you know, Hot Topic and Funko and all the online retailers, Facebook groups are number one.
Yeah.
There are, I mean, with authenticity, with just people who have experience, especially like if you're looking for older pops, more expensive pops, Facebook groups are, I mean, there are a lot of, you know, like anywhere else, nonsense ones, but a lot of Facebook groups, especially in the pop community, are extremely helpful. Just because I don't buy a ton of the new stuff. Every now and again, if I see it, I'll go on Funko or whatever the drop is and I'll try to grab one. But I like to grab the older pops, anything that's come out past, like in the past 2 years, like anything 2020 and much older.
Right.
Facebook groups are a really good place, actually.
Okay, that's good advice. Because we've done Facebook too, but not
groups. We did a
groups. Yeah, we did Facebook Market, but not groups.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. I just want to say goodbye to Nadia. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy WrestleMania.
So, do you prefer to display your pops out of box or in box?
Although, listen, I am very much, I wouldn't say I'm in or out. I like the way that they look out of box, obviously, but I would never throw away the box. I have every single box that any pop over here is out of, if anything. And you don't have to be an in-box collector. And I feel like when people talk about like, oh, you don't have to be an in-box collector. Mm-hmm. Like you could be an out-of-box, but for the love of God, keep your boxes. Because listen, things happen. COVID happened. Did anybody expect that? No. And a lot of people lost their jobs and needed money. Now imagine you have a $20,000 Funko Pop collection. Yeah. Okay? With your boxes, that could be a $20,000 Funko Pop collection. Without your boxes, it's like a $5,000 collection. Yeah. It's like a big difference. So I don't care if you don't care about the boxes or if you in your head are like, I'm never going to get rid of them. Listen, the goal, I'm sure, is to collect what you like and never have to get rid of them. But people, you know, situations come up, man. If you lose your job out of the blue, if God forbid, just you have a baby, like, you know what I mean? Anything can come up, and it's nice to be able to look on your shelf and you're like, okay, well, I have a little bit of security backed up. But let me tell you that just the price difference with the box or without is huge. You won't even get 50% for a pop that doesn't have a box.
Right. Absolutely.
So guys, listen, if you are out-of-box collectors, it's great. Great. In-box collectors, also great. Yep. Keep your boxes if you want to take your pops out. Stack them in a closet somewhere. Get a storage unit. Do whatever you got to do, but keep the boxes.
I definitely agree with everything you just said. And that's so true, though, because to be honest, if I had my way, and not that you're telling me not to, but I have everything out of boxes. I want to touch them. I want to look at them and like enjoy them, right? Mm-hmm. But again, the whole thing with space to put the boxes somewhere. I don't know if you can fold them into
you can fold them
flat.
Okay.
And keep them like for later. I like that. And you're right. You're keeping yourself safe. So if you ever want to, you don't want this one anymore, you want something else, you can do it. Or like you said, something comes up.
I can't tell you the majority of the people who I buy collections from are selling them because of some big event in their life, whether they're trying to propose, they're saving for a wedding, they just found out that they were pregnant. Like everybody has a reason why they're selling their pops. Very rarely do I come across somebody who's like, I don't want them anymore. Oh, it's usually a reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that, saying that.
One of the comments we have here is buy two, one out of box, one in a box. But that takes way too much space.
Wait, what? Who said what? Let me see.
At the very bottom.
Close
to the bottom.
Buy two for one out of box, one in.
Yeah, that would take too much space.
Oh, I see.
And if you want anything of substance, you're not spending double the money just to have one out of box and one in.
Yeah, okay. Okay. We do have, I'm just going through what people are saying here. Okay, we got a question for you there, Jassy. So I'm just gonna get to it. Has Jassy ever had an unexplainable experience with the supernatural or an eerie experience of some sort?
I have, actually. And I read this comment as it went by.
Okay.
So,
good question.
Long story short, or at least I'm going to try to make a long story shorter. But me and my one of my older sisters at the time, we shared a room, and we had two twin beds in there. And from my bed to the wall, there was probably like 2 feet of room. And one night, now I guess a little preface to all of that, my sisters were really into playing the Ouija board.
Oh, who hasn't in that back in the day?
Of course. So we used to do a ton of that. We used to have weird stuff going on, and there was nobody that ever lived. My parents had built the house that we lived in.
Oh wow.
On the land. So there was no craziness that happened. I mean, maybe in the land that they built on top of, but we didn't know anything about that. One night I woke up to, it almost sounded like a scratching noise, and we had a rosary across my bed, on the wall. It was just a rosary, and it looked like a part of it was moving. So I woke up my sister, and I had a nightlight till I was 14, and I'm not even scared about it. I'm not even ashamed to say that. I hate the dark. So I could see something on the wall moving, and we were both at the edge of our beds. Now, I was at the edge of my bed, and from here, it was 2 feet, not a lot of room. And I was staring at the wall, and it looked like the cross on the rosary part was moving, but not swaying. It looked like something was touching it. It was moving in a weird way, not a consistent sway if air was getting to it.
Yeah.
So we were scared shitless, but we okay, whatever. It is what it is. We're going to bring it up to our dad in the morning, and he's going to tell us that it was this or this or this. Yeah. So we're at breakfast the next morning, and me and my sister are telling my dad what happened. And my other sister comes down, who was in the room next to us, and she's like, dude, the craziest thing happened last night. She goes, it sounded like a little girl, yelling, wake up. She's like, and I woke up dead sleep in the middle of the night, and it sounded like a little girl. And me and my sister looked at each other. We ran upstairs, and it kind of looked like if you got on your knees and reached your arm up, it looked like it could have been a kid playing with the rosary.
Yeah.
So we've had some weird stuff. Again, everything I feel nowadays people are oh, there's an explanation. Maybe. Are you ghosts? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we definitely have some creepy stuff at our house. Was there a lot of incidences like that where just unusual things happening, or is that just the one time with all your sisters? No, we've had one of the last times that my sisters played the Ouija board downstairs. Oh, look at how prepared I was for today. I don't know if you can see that. I literally had an alarm set for the podcast. So I think one of the last times they played the Ouija board, we were all in the basement, and it might have been like 9 at the time, and we were all sitting in the dark, and I forgot how much time went by, and I don't remember the exact story. I don't remember the full thing, but from what my sisters told me, a pool ball we had a pool table downstairs, and a pool ball had flew across the room and made a hole in the wall. And until we all like grew up and moved out of the house, that hole in the wall was still very much there in our basement. So I know that it was some kind of weird. I remember being there when they played the Ouija board that night, but I don't remember if I was downstairs at the time. They later told me the story, but we've had windows closing. We've had down in that same basement, my parents later converted it into my sister's like apartment for her and her husband. Mm-hmm. And they used to have a dog who would sit at this room that my dad made downstairs that was like this, almost like a workout / wood shop kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the door was like just this cutout of a door with like a hole where the doorknob should be, but there was no doorknob. It was just like this like wooden door you pulled open.
Yeah.
And there was like this tiny little, you know, those circle screws with the hook that just like hooks in like that. Like very simple. You could bust it open in a second.
Yeah.
He would have that to keep it shut. And my sister's dog, more nights than not, would sit and bark at that door in the middle of the night.
Oh God.
Creepy. Yeah, we had a lot of creepy. It definitely wasn't a house where any of us were like, yeah, we're left alone. Like, we're home now.
Party time. No.
No.
Just want to say hi to Mr. Awesome. I missed you.
Hi there, Mr. Awesome. Good to see you. And you mentioned that your dad built that house. So it's not like what you said before. There's not like there's people before that.
There's no backstory.
Or like residue of other energy or like, wow.
So there were like, just from friends I've had, they were like, oh, what if it was, I don't know the exact land, but I feel like everybody's like, oh, it was an Indian burial ground. I don't know what. I'm fairly certain it was just like, I think it was like a 2-acre piece of land, like between 2 existing properties that they tore down. Listen, could a small family have been murdered there? Maybe. I don't know. But no, as far as the house, we were the first people to ever live there. So,
wow,
whatever it was.
And you guys like lived there for many years, and your parents never got spooked and thought maybe we should move or nothing like that, eh? Just
my dad could justify anything. Anything. A ghost could come up and shake his hand, and he would have an excuse for why that's not really a ghost.
Well, that's good. I guess that would help as a child, you know? Well, I don't understand this. Well, let me explain it to you scientifically.
Some scientific matter.
Yeah. Very cool story. I love that.
So our last Funko question is going to be, if you worked for Funko, what changes would you fix or whatever?
Hi there, ex-gamer. I don't know if I said hi. And
you know what?
Country life. Hi there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. You're good. It is genuinely hard to answer that question, and I'm going to tell you why. In the years that I have been a part of the Funko community, no part of the world has been in their like normal nature. So a lot of businesses are either, thrived from everything that happened with COVID, or are shut down and no longer existing because of COVID. Right. So I think that a lot of the hate is sometimes like, you know, in the beginning of COVID, everybody got these stimulus checks and had money to spend, and things were selling out, and then they stopped getting that. And then in Funko's brain, you know, they prepared for this mass sellout that was happening, and then it did a flip, and now all of a sudden they had excess inventory, and it was because of what happened one year, and then everybody judged it on the year later. And like, man, everything in the world like has been like flopped on its back because of what has happened. And I feel like there's no like nurture to Funko. Like Funko should have been the only company that wasn't affected by everything that's happened in the world. And I think that they deserve a little bit of slack. You know what I mean? They're a really big company. They're not, when Funko Pops stop selling out, when people genuinely stop caring, then I'll be scared. But that's not
an issue.
I can't tell. And that's what kind of makes it hard, because I don't know what it was like in the first 10 years of Funko's business before the rest of the world, happened. So I can't say that they're doing anything wrong. I think that everybody was ill-equipped to handle what happened. And I think they're just kind of, they were selling out more than usual. So they made more product. And then now they weren't. And now they had more product. So they had to balance it. God, when that thing was floating around with all they threw out to the dump, whatever millions of dollars. Yeah. Because from a financial standpoint, being able to write that off for your taxes, like as garbage, that's a really big deal, and a lot less of a hit that they have to take as a company. Anybody would have done that.
Right.
So when you don't understand all that, you know what I mean? You can make speculations, and that's fine, and everybody's entitled to their opinions. That's great. I can't give you anything that I would do better or worse. I don't have a $1 million toy company, so I can't really throw the shade. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think they're doing great. I think they're trying to truck along like everybody else.
Yeah.
That's a refreshing.
The one thing that bothers me is one thing that they can change is to ship to Canada. That's all they can do. Like, they don't ship to Canada from Funko.
Yeah, that would be a nice change.
It would, although like shipping, I actually have to email Funko. I don't know if it was the last pop drop I got or that mystery box that they did with the Venom. One of the two boxes I have here is crushed to smithereens. So shipping to US is already a little rocky. I don't know that we'd go to another before we fix that. But yeah, that would be nice for you guys. Yeah. Super nice.
I definitely get that.
At the very bottom.
Okay, we got Christian. You say Jassy should do a contest for your followers' Funko display. That would be dope. Yeah, that would
like
be cool.
Best Funko display kind of thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I think that's what they're asking.
Yeah, that would be cool, Christian.
That is kind of cool.
That's an interesting idea.
That is.
And then we got Screaming Funkos. What does Jassy enjoy the most from all her social media outlets? Is that Eric?
That's Eric. That's his other
that
account.
guy's thing looks a lot like Eric's
that's his second
logo. Okay.
I think being able to relate to people. It's not really everything is all social media. It's and I mean, especially when you work from home, it's very hard to go out and interact with people. So it is really nice being able to relate and meet people online and, become friends with people online. I also kind of caution with that though, because everybody's online. So you can really only trust so much about somebody that you haven't ever met.
Yeah.
But I like the reach. Like, you're from Canada and we're sitting here like having, you know what I mean? I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alrighty, guys.
So we're moving out of Funko. We're jumping into tattoos. So what was your first tattoo?
Oh God. Okay. So my first tattoo was this guy, and you're not gonna be able to read it because it's like 12 years old, and it was done in the basement by like a 16-year-old at the time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So I would have to give you my whole background story in order for you to understand why I got this tattoo. But I got this tattoo and I'm sure you've heard the quote, you fall down 7 times, you stand up 8. All right. Well, with my particular personal situation, I switched the 7 to several
Okay.
because in my mind, I was like, I don't have an exact number. I don't want to say 7.
Okay.
But then I put 8. Like you stand up 8. It was a whole mess. It was like this weird
You fall down several times, but get
you
up.
stand up 8. It was so long story short, I'm adopted. My real mother was on some no good stuff.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a tribute to her, and like she effed up a ton, and then hopefully eventually like in her life at some point she, you know, did the right thing and, you know, wasn't crazy anymore. So it was like a weird tribute to her, which one day I will have this like covered up with something else with like a different meaning or something. But I was 14 when I got this.
Oh
I hid it for 2 years.
Oh
2
wow.
years. My dad actually, I got off the bus one day and I had a tank top, and my dad saw it when I was walking up the driveway. He was getting the mail and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, so, yeah, that was my first tattoo.
I gotta say though, whoever did it, the calligraphy looks pretty good from what I can see. The calligraphy looks
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
it's not bad. It was like a sentence, so it really wasn't bad. I'm fine with it being there until I want to get it something else.
Yeah, but how did your friend, like, did they use a pin to pick you with? Like, or did they have a whole kit?
No. They bought their first tattoo. Like, he was a really good, like, artist, like, with, you know, actual art, like, on paper. So, he bought his first tattoo, like, the tattoo equipment. And no, it was like a real needle, like you would. I'm sure it wasn't as great as like in the shops, but it was a tattoo needle.
Okay, so it was somewhat safe. That's good.
Headless, we already.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah, don't try that at home. Wait, what did it have?
One more time?
Headless, we already answered that earlier in the show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jassy, do you collect anything other than Funkos? You said handmade by robots.
Yeah.
All sorts of goodies.
Anything spooky. Anything spooky is what I find cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So does your tattoos have any meaning behind them? You said that one does. Does all your tattoos have meaning, or some of them do?
So I have actually I have a bodysuit and sweatpants right now, so I can't show it. But from the middle of my thigh all the way up to like right here, I have flowers and what I believe at the time should have been doves. I was almost 200 pounds. I gained a ton of weight and then I dropped it. So it's all like warped and weird. So I have plans to get this one. This one doesn't have any meaning whatsoever. This one is actually a quote from Emerson, and it is, "People do not seem to realize that their opinion of the world is also an expression of their character." So how you look at the world is kind of how you internally also feel. First off, I was like 18 when I got this one. Way too dense of a concept for me to have understood when I got it. I love it now. Like, I understand more about him and about this, but this was not as poetic as it seems at the time.
Yeah.
And then
Let's say hi.
Hey there, Chase.
Oh, there it is. This obviously.
Oh, that's sick.
This is my most recent one, and I'm obsessed. And then I have a little Scorpio right here, and it says the little scorpion. I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
But that's all of my tattoos. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wow.
I kind of like them all. Everyone absolutely has a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those where like everything had to be sentimental. Everything had to be like, I live on the world of like, it's my body. I'll literally put whatever I want onto it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Which tattoo hurt the most for you?
This one must be.
No. So I I think genuinely freaked out my tattoo artist because he was like, "You give me psychopath vibes." I was laughing. Like you would think I'm fairly small now, and I have virtually no meat between my skin and my rib cage, and all I could do was laugh. Like it wasn't like a pain. It was kind of like almost that, if you scratch sunburn, you feel like a little burn, like kind of sensation. Yeah. But it like my entire ribcage was vibrating, which just felt ticklish. So I had like tears streaming down my eyes. Like I couldn't stop laughing. I would probably say that the tattoo that goes up my leg, up my hip, where he started was more on like my cheek. And I almost went home with just a flower, like a little tiny flower on my cheek. It hurt so bad. So I would say, people say that the bony areas, no. Yeah. I would say the fattier the area, the more sensitive it's going to be.
That's what you said, but I'm like, no.
Okay, like I've had these two on my arms, right? And
yeah,
but it's bony up here, right? But I have this one here, and my God, is it so like there's more flesh? You can see it, and it's so Oh, it was awful. I was like, and this is my first tattoo. I'm like, is this what it all feels like?
That looks so painful. That looks like right it would be here. So painful. yeah. I mean, listen, I absolutely agree with you 100%. Bone.
My elbow hurts the most. That freaking sucked on my elbow. That was the worst.
It's just you feel the bone go like it touching the bone, but for whatever in a sensitive, fleshy area, it's more. I don't know, to me, and I guess to Jassy.
I took naps when I was doing.
Yeah, you're a psychopath too.
I think when it's closer to your bone, I think a lot of people don't like that rattling sensation that you get on the inside. Wherever it is, it literally feels like your skeleton is like on vibrate. It feels really weird, but it's not something that I would categorize as like pain. No. I would say more like an annoying feeling, but oh my God, this one I thought was going to be. And then apparently not.
Okay.
Just want to say hi to Ninja Soldier and Umpty Scratch.
Umpty. Nice
and
to see
So
you.
Blessed Pop says, I love the feeling of getting tattooed. It relaxes me and puts me to sleep.
Another psycho.
You're a psycho.
I don't know about that, but there's definitely still a needle going in me. I'm not taking a nap.
Yeah, I don't generally want to nap, but everybody has their way of I wouldn't say coping, but how they feel about tattoos. It's just interesting.
Headless says I have one on my wrist. It was painful.
It was awful on the wrist. Awful, okay. And Granny Joe, middle area of my back hurt the worst, but that is because I had so much color and took a few passes in the same area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard if you're a heavier person, it's easier because you have thicker skin or more skin. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, my fleshy area was more sensitive than the bony area.
Well, it's also science. You have more nerves going through your fattier areas than you do your bonier ones. So
that makes sense.
I think it's person to person, but all in all, there literally are more nerves that you hit in the fattier the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. It hurt on my bones when I had my arm done.
Okay.
That was from Funko PDX.
Okay.
Okay. Do you plan on getting any more?
Oh yeah. On this arm, so I messed up. And here's what I'll tell you I messed up. Is my second tattoo was the big piece on my side. Right. And I didn't know that I was like a placement person until I had other thoughts of what I wanted to do. So I had this done, and then I got this done. Because I had so much on this side, I was like, I need to even it out. But now that this isn't like bare, I want to do a kind of like the wrap like this has.
Yeah.
I want to do around this my other arm.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like 3 or 4 different movie scenes, like horror movie scenes. And it's going to kind of look like a movie reel wrapped around my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but like if I put all that on this arm, then it's going to be all that and then all this.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long it's going to go. So it might end up going on here, but I don't. Yes, I plan to, before I die, have many more tattoos.
I agree with that too, though. Because like I haven't done, like you're more about placement and stuff. I was just like, I really like this idea. And like, okay, this will be placed here, this will be placed here. But I never, and I'm just doing it more now about placement. Like, okay, I have room for something. I'm going to put something here just to match this. But I'm like you that way where I wasn't thinking strategically, okay, if I put this here, like what else will follow, what will fit? I'm just like, this is cool. I want to put it on myself.
It was strictly impulse.
Yes.
And now I have all these impulse ones, so now I got to make other ones fit in between. Yep.
Yeah, and now she wants to even everything out. One side has to be the same side. Like,
it stops like here on this arm, and this one kind of goes way more down the arm. So I'm like, okay, I don't like that. I want to somehow add something there. But yeah, see, I didn't think of that before. Like you kind of
with me, I plan my placements, and I have like 20 tattoos that I have ready to put in each spot. Yeah.
See, but I don't always do that either, though. I'm like, something will pop in my head, an idea, and then I'll be like, okay, now I want to put that somewhere. But he's already planned everything out, and no, I kind of go with the flow.
Keep him. Keep him.
I know, he's great.
He's him.
Chase's Kingdom says, if you have more than 10 tattoos, you are a tattoo collector also.
I agree with that. That's very true.
Not there yet.
Oh, Granny Joe. I have 4 tats equals not a collector.
Same.
Hold on, I'm just making sure. Okay, so Screaming has another question. Yes, Eric. What does Jassy feel about where the horror industry and films are going today?
Ooh, good question.
Listen, I'll say this. It's really hard to come up with a new story that hasn't been done before, whether in some really crappy movie or some, box office blowout. But at this point, you know what though? There are a few that have come out where like I haven't really seen like that kind of storyline before. I wasn't a fan of X or Pearl or like those. I think those are kind of like the indie movies.
Okay. Yep.
Not my jam, and I think it took me a little bit to realize like what that kind of was. And I think that it's really hard to come up with new ideas. I think that a lot of things that are released are either continuations or really bad sequels. Like, I don't know if you saw Jeepers Creepers, like the new one, but
I've only seen the older ones, and those were pretty scary. I think.
Those were great. I mean, the third one got a little weird for me, but the first and second one I loved, and this new, like the new release of Jeepers Creepers, they could have named that movie something totally different and you wouldn't have known that it had anything to do with Jeepers. The worst I think it was 2022. I don't think it was released this year, but the worst, like modern day, like remake I have ever seen in my life. That movie was horrible. Don't waste your money. Don't waste anything until you go watch it for free, and even then it's not going to be worth it. But
no, I agree.
Like, did you see the countdown?
The countdown
with the phone. I think it's just countdown with the phone, with the app that tells you how long you have until you die.
I've heard of it. I didn't
vaguely.
Yeah. Watch it. Listen, some people, like some of my friends were like, oh, it was good, but it was a little corny. I rewatched that movie a ton. It gave me like the like the heebie-jeebies. Like when you're like alone in the middle of the night, like at the fridge, you're like, there's something watching in the kitchen. That's what that movie gave me. That like after movie chill kind of thing.
Yes.
Countdown.
Okay.
Countdown.
Okay. What was it called again? The Countdown?
I think it's just Countdown.
Countdown.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
And I know Scream came out with a new one, and those were mixed ideas of how some people I think liked it, some people didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Countdown. Nice. Okay.
Oh yeah.
An app for that. Okay.
It's pretty good.
That kind of reminds me of Final Destination, sort of. I don't know. It might not be at all, but.
But this one, I think they had a clever little backstory on this. Nope. If anybody saw Nope.
Nope. Okay, I heard of that one too, but had not seen it.
Again, I think it's really hard to scare people nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't find anything. I mean, maybe not. I don't find like Smile. I'm sure you guys heard of that movie. Did you see it?
See that one.
Smile. Someone came up to me and was like, "That was the scariest movie I've ever seen."
Yeah.
What? That was like a remake of It Follows with like a weird little twist. You ever see It Follows? No. It's like a spiritually transmitted STD.
Oh, wow.
Like you literally, I'm sorry to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but it's literally like you sleep with a person and you get this spirit that is like attached to you, and you see it in a distance. It could be anybody that you know, and if it gets close enough to touch you, it kills you. So like the idea is to sleep with somebody and pass it on. It was.
Oh God.
That's what I kind of felt like
Jesus.
Smile was. It was like a weird, like it could be anybody you know. Like I'm pretty sure they said that in Smile. Yeah. Like that was exactly what they said in It Follows. So again, I'm always interested to see what they come out with. I should say that. I haven't been totally turned off by like going to see all new anything, but they're trying. They're trying.
Right.
I was just gonna say that concept sounds kind of hard to follow, or just kind of
It was weird. Definitely weird.
Okay.
All right, let's get back to the questions.
Do you want me to do?
Not right now.
Okay, go for it.
What is your favorite horror movie of all time? Yeah. Okay.
Scream.
I am in the middle of swallowing. Scream. 100% all day long, every day.
All right. Favorite horror character.
Ghostface.
All right. What would you sleep in a coffin for a night?
Oh gosh, yeah. I forgot I put that in there.
Maybe. I would say that I would give it a go. I would definitely make the attempt. I'm not claustrophobic by any means, but like if I was like pinned down on the ground and I had like 3 people sitting on top of me and I couldn't move, like that would rush the panic. Like that I would start to feel like I can't move, like I don't have any like restraint of my body. Like that would freak me out. So the idea of being in like a close-knit coffin, I feel like I could experience that, but if there was enough room, again, I'm fairly small. If there's enough room in there, I might be okay. I would definitely give it a go.
What if there were other dead bodies around you in like a sanctuary and they were in coffins as well? You had a bunch of buddies with you. It wouldn't bother you?
Nah.
Ooh.
Okay.
She's brave.
Would you bug a doll that you knew that was haunted?
Would I bug a doll?
No. Would you buy?
Buy.
Oh, buy. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, you mean would I poke at it and antagonize it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I probably would. I've seen enough horror movies to know that that's not the way to go. You definitely shouldn't, but I would.
I was gonna say.
How long do you think you would last in a horror movie?
I mean, like Randy, I would like to say that I know all the rules by now, but I don't know.
Randy. Oh yes.
Yeah.
He's a
I think I'm on the Gale Weathers side of horror, where like I just barely survive. Like I'm smart enough to survive for the most part, but like I'll probably get like stabbed or shot at least once or twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is the scariest Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Oh God. I mean, nowadays might give me nightmares. I was Raggedy Ann for like 6 years when I was younger.
Really?
So Raggedy Ann is actually the doll that Annabelle is after. Like it's like a Raggedy Ann doll.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you've ever seen what a Raggedy Ann doll looks like.
I do.
It's
to be a
quite
kid.
shocking.
Raggedy Ann wasn't scary. She was
It's not until it is.
Oh.
Like it like she's. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Robert the doll. He wasn't meant to be scary, but he still is very much scary. So this was, for anybody that doesn't know what a Raggedy Ann doll looks like.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
exactly what I had growing up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
But
Red
trying to turn yourself into this comes out kind of creepy sometimes.
Man. I guess so.
But actual scary, let me go. I always get feedback from any cosplay that I've done. And I think that the most scary one I've done, just effects wise, would probably be Teddy Bear Girl from Walking Dead.
Oh wow.
I did really good with her mouthpiece,
Yeah.
Okay.
where she had like her mouth ripped off basically. I did really good in the makeup for that. So I'd really say that.
I have to go back and look at and see how you did with that. But the only reason I know that is because we did trivia about a girl with a teddy bear coming up to one of the characters, and you had to like kill her, I think, right?
Yeah.
I believe Teddy Bear Girl is the very first walker that you see in The Walking Dead.
Okay, and somebody had to kill her, is what I remember.
It was Rick. I think it was Rick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody, I forget who did that.
Yeah.
Who did
All right.
Walking Dead.
Would you consider trying on a straitjacket for $100?
I don't know, because she said she would like to be held down.
That's kind of
$100 though. $100.
for how long?
There's no time limit.
You just put it on.
Let's say 10 minutes.
Let's say 10
Oh,
minutes.
yeah. 10 minutes. If like you're talking about 24 hours, that might be a little too much for me. For
Yeah.
$100 anyways, that might be a little too much for me, but like 10 minutes, yeah, I could put it on.
All right.
24 hours for $1,000.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
It'd probably depend on my current financial situation, but maybe.
What is your favorite season of American Horror Story? If you're a fan of it.
The Asylum.
Asylum. All
right.
Asylum. I believe that's where the Sarah, what's her name? Sarah Paulson? That's one of the actresses, but she goes like almost undercover as like a mental patient.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that I believe that one would probably be my favorite.
That's intriguing. If that's what I haven't seen any of that, so I have no idea. But that sounds kind of intriguing. Someone goes undercover to see what goes on.
American Horror Story? It's the same cast in every season, but it's an entirely different story every time.
Wow.
So like every season, no season has anything to do with the one before.
Okay.
No, it is, but again, the cast is all the same for the most part. They introduce a few different characters, but it's a completely different story every season. It's really good. You should watch it.
I'm kind of intrigued by it. When she said that, I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Actually, the first season was what definitely got me hooked. There are 1 or 2 seasons in there that I was like, but you should watch it for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Could I avoid either?
No.
If I knew?
No, you gotta know.
No.
Or you gotta pick one or the other.
That's a tough one. Because I feel like I would want to know the cause because I would avoid doing those things. But if it's inevitable, then I would want to be more up to date on the day.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yes. Very good way of thinking about it. I was like, I would want to know what the cause is. I want to know, but if it's inevitable.
Yeah, like if it's a plane crash and I never go on a plane, but like I'm forced to one day and that's the day, well then I'd rather just know the day.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be a plane crash. You're just walking, like, I don't know, down a dirt road, and all of a sudden this plane
Comes at you.
You never
That's
know.
very true. I don't have to be in the plane. That's a good one.
Thank you, Pops and Pops.
That was a very tough question, actually.
Which horror movie monster do you think is the deadliest?
Yes,
Oh.
horror movie monster.
Hold on. There's the teddy bear girl.
Oh, that is
You
insane.
did that?
I did.
Damn, I thought I was good at scary makeup. You did all that on your own.
All that on my own.
Oh my god, kudos to you. You're amazing. And you
That
really-
was actually really unpleasant to wear. Like I took the picture and couldn't get it off my face fast enough.
okay.
Itchy as heck.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it
on your
will-
nose, too.
Started getting in my mouth.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And
And I don't use like special like I literally use like liquid latex and tissue paper and then
Yeah.
like fake scar. It was a mess.
It's beautiful though. I
Okay.
mean, beautiful job.
We're gonna take one more question from the chat, and then we're gonna go right into trivia.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the bottom one.
If Jassy could have any job in the horror industry, what would be her choice?
I would choose to be, I don't know who the best horror director is, but I would fill their shoes.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay. And if she really wanted to, she could do the makeup. Because again, that blew me away seeing that. Was your hair actually blonde then, or did you just wear a wig?
That was a wig.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Like, damn, that's really good. You must have got lots of views.
All right, we're gonna go into
channel.
horror trivia.
Okay.
So let's get into it.
Oh.
Alrighty then. In which horror film does the phrase "the power of Christ compels you" appear?
Exorcist?
Yes.
Correct. Ding.
Yes. No Simon around to do the ding. What was the 1953 horror film remade in 2005 with Paris Hilton as the lead role?
House of Wax?
Yes, House of Wax.
You can play along, Pops and Props.
Yeah, you guys can
You-
absolutely.
Go ahead. There's Simon. Ding.
I forgot all about House of Wax. I don't remember if that was a good movie or not.
I actually like the remake. It's in my, I have like a wheel of movies that I like to replay like in background. It's on there. I don't, she's not horrible. She really isn't.
Oh, I didn't think she was. People think that she's just like this bimbo blonde whatever idiot.
She is so smart. Like she is not like she's not what she's made. She's not like a ditzy blonde by any
No.
means.
And she definitely showed that she has some acting skills, at least in that movie. I don't remember it all, but I remember I was pleased with it.
Pops and Props. We want our.
Oh yeah, we want you to participate.
We want you guys to be engaged with us.
Yeah,
when we're playing
if
trivia.
you want to, if you know the answers, shout them out or text them out.
Yeah.
Okay, what horror film uses this tagline? In space, no one can hear you scream. Sorry, my voice is a little rough.
Is that Aliens?
That's Aliens. Yes.
Nice.
You-
I have never seen Aliens.
Oh,
I was just like, what horror movie makes it? I'm like, it's definitely not like Jason in space. So okay.
That was a good
Yeah.
guess.
good job, guys. 3 people got it in the chat.
Beautiful, guys.
Congrats.
Okay, what TV series is based on a concept for a unproduced episode of The X-Files?
Can you read the question again?
Yeah. What TV series is based on a concept for an unproduced episode of The X-Files?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know this one either. It says here Final Destination. So-
Really?
So it was a TV series based concept?
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Learning something new. What film was A Quiet Place initially intended to be a sequel to?
Oh, I don't know.
I did not like this movie, but Cloverfield. I think it's Cloverfield that I'm thinking of, but it says here Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Weird.
Did you like Quiet Place?
Oh,
You don't remember, or you do?
I don't remember.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's keep going. In the original, A Nightmare on Elm Street, what is Nancy's address? Oh gosh.
Yeah, somebody, Eric. Of course, Eric got that last question.
Oh, he did. Congrats, Eric. That's amazing.
What was Nancy's address?
Yeah. A Nightmare on Elm Street. What was Nancy's address?
I mean, she definitely lived on Elm Street. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the number of her house.
1428 Elm Street, but
Oh,
half a
okay.
point. Half a point.
Thank you.
Which horror film's tagline is "We dare you to say his name 5 times"?
Eric got it.
Candyman?
Yes.
Correct.
Very
Ding.
good. Ding. Yes. Pops and props. I couldn't remember them. Neither could I. I don't think a lot of people would remember the number except for Eric.
Candyman. 2 people got it.
Wow.
Right. Good job, guys.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. In which film did Annabelle the doll make her debut?
I don't know if it was one of. Was it one of the Conjuring movies?
Yes, it was The Conjuring.
Ding.
Very good.
Man, so I actually, if you want to Google it, there's all of those, The Conjuring, Annabelle, like all of those, they have a whole sequence in which you're supposed to watch them. I watched them, and that's the only reason why that's still fresh in my head.
Congrats to the 4 people that got it right.
Oh wow, you guys are on a roll. What was the 20th century first American horror film?
Like that came out in
Yeah.
the 2000s?
What was the 20th century first American horror film? Psycho would be good, Baby Ice, but it's not Psycho.
That's,
I would have thought Psycho too, actually.
I don't know.
It says Frankenstein.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, was that a remake though? Because like the original Frankenstein came out way before that.
Yeah.
I have no idea, honestly.
Weird.
Okay. What is the actual name of Chucky in Child's Play?
Oh, Charles Lee Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, it's gonna flow. I'm like, Charles.
Right off the tongue.
Correct.
What was Jason's original name on Friday the 13th? This one, I did not know this.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Jason's real name?
Jason's original name.
Yep.
On Friday the 13th. It wasn't Jason, it was something else.
Wasn't it something really unthreatening? Like not threatening whatsoever. I don't remember. I feel like I read something. What is it?
Michael, Larry? No, guys. You guys are funny. No, but it was just like a Michael or a Larry. Yeah, it's very simplistic.
I think. Go ahead.
You know? Okay. It says Josh. Apparently his name was Josh, not Jason. Does that make sense?
I don't. Josh sounds a little bit more familiar, but I did read the article and why. I guess they chose not to use whatever name and chose with Jason. It didn't sound threatening enough. Was the reason?
I like Jason. Jason does have that kind of edge.
Yeah.
Imagine
Josh,
Josh takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, they did good by keeping it with Jason. Okay, what is the exorcist demon's name?
I don't know.
It's a weird one. Yeah, it's a weird one.
I haven't watched that.
Go ahead.
Pazuzu. Pazuzu.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What arms does Leatherface prefer?
What arms?
Yeah, it says that here, but I'm confused.
I mean,
Good job,
probably
Eric.
one's not attached to the body, I think.
Okay, I don't think this is written right or something. Oh, wait, some people are getting it. Okay, it says chainsaw. Yes, that's the answer. What arms does Leatherface prefer? Chainsaw?
Yeah.
I'm thinking arms like, what arms like this? He's
like arms, like the amendment, like what does he like to use to defend himself?
Arms is a
Like
weapon.
a weapon? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, that was written.
See, I'm thinking, is he likes older people arms? He likes young people.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
He had a type of arms. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Soft skin, pimply skin. I don't know, like what? That's why I'm like, I'm sorry if this is wrong, but you guys. Okay, so I did not know that
Gotcha.
arms is a weapon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric,
So
and so blessed.
that was our trivia. That was awesome. You did great.
Thanks.
So we're gonna jump into one of our last segments, and it's randos. So it's gonna be fun rando questions. You don't have to think that much.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Who would play you in the movie featuring your life? Spork. Oh God, you guys are funny.
A young Winona Ryder.
Ooh. I love Winona Ryder though.
I
Every
love
movie
her.
she's been, she's amazing. Love that. Okay. Pokemon you wouldn't want to get into a fight with. I don't know if you like Pokemon though.
Any Pokemon.
Really?
I'm a person. Like I don't have the kinds of powers they have. I feel like any Pokemon. I don't know. Pikachu. I don't want the electricity.
There's your dad coming out and you being logical or whatever. Being like, I don't have powers. What are you talking about?
Air pop patrol.
Air pop control.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Hey there. Welcome. Describe the color red to a blind person.
I was gonna say blood, but they probably don't know what that looks like either. Like a from birth, born like deaf or not deaf, blind person, like never could.
Never could see it. Like one time we asked, what's the color yellow?
And somebody said rays of light.
Like warmth, like a sun. When you're sitting in the sun and you feel the sun on your skin, that would be yellow.
I would almost say I would like if you're really hot. I would say that would give you the red feeling.
Red?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. Heat.
I see that. If I was thinking red, yeah, maybe if you ever burned yourself, you're like, that's red.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Pops.
Or
and Props.
passionately in love.
Pops and Props says he loves the new display.
Oh, the design on the background.
Yeah.
Yes, compliments of our friend.
Dead Zone.
Yes, Dead Zone. What is your favorite character on Seinfeld?
I would, for laughs, I would definitely say Kramer.
Yes.
But I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel like I really all around represented Elaine. She's like in my brain. Elaine and Kramer, I would say.
The funny thing is, we that Kramer painting?
Yeah.
We have it at home.
Stop!
Yeah.
Oh,
That is amazing!
It's packed away.
Yeah, it's packed away, but I forget why we got it.
There was a store that was selling paintings and stuff, and they went out of business. So I was like, "Can I have that?" And he's like, "No, no problem," because I work at the mall. He's like, no problem. So I took it. I'm like, yes.
Every day we walk by it, and it's that picture of Kramer, and we'd be like, Kramer, every time.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's funny. I would love to see a Funko Pop maybe of Elaine when she's drunk and she's doing her.
Yeah.
Oh God, the really bad dance.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Elaine dance? That's a classic moment. I love that. All right. Okay, favorite moment on Seinfeld. I didn't realize that's the next question. Absolute favorite moment.
Favorite moment. I would have to say the hospital scene when the doctor tells George that Susan is dead.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And they're all trying really hard not to be like, yeah, because he was so miserable. So everybody's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. That is such an awkward moment too.
Yeah.
Dead Zone, welcome Dead Zone to the chat.
Hey there, Dead Zone. We're just talking
about you.
all good stuff. Don't worry.
Overlay.
Dead Zone.
Yes.
I'm about to, hopefully if all goes well, I'm going to post the video of opening up your 2 boxes tomorrow.
Yeah, we got
So
2
I got some boxes from him.
I did too. They're coming soon, hopefully.
So we're just waiting.
We're just waiting on them, yeah.
Yeah, and we were just saying thank you again for helping us with this backdrop. Overlay. I thought it
Looks great.
Yeah, thank you so
really
much.
Awesome. We enjoyed
Can
it.
I mildly interrupt for
Yeah.
the rudely second time? I have to use the potty.
Yes.
Go
Because
ahead.
I've been here for like an hour and 40 minutes and I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
I will be right back.
Mhm. Okay, and we're actually starting to run out of time here.
Yeah, we might have to cut.
Okay, so hold on. I wanted to read what these were.
I'll read them out loud.
No, not
Oh,
out
you mean
loud.
the comments?
No, you can look at the comments. But yeah, Dead Zone, we were just talking about how we love how big the writing is on the top.
Works really well. It was
It's so
easy to
clean.
put together too. Hey,
Rocket Blast Gaming.
I don't know why I had a brain fart there.
Because it used to, I've now gotten it in my head that you're Rocket Blast Gaming, but for the longest time,
It was Mario Sonic.
and I'm like, ugh, I can't help myself but say Mario Sonic.
Oh, how long our time? I was 18, and D was a little older.
A little? It was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. 34?
Yeah, you were 34.
And I think Granny Joe said she was in her 30s as well.
Yeah,
I'm glad I waited though.
Yeah, I was very young,
Yeah.
but I knew what I wanted.
I see.
Hey,
I didn't
Marvel
know all the
Cuphead.
stuff that you taught me about. I'm going to a good
Yeah.
artist and all that.
Yep.
I was 35D. You're fine. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just
Yeah.
check that one out because we've been
we, still
really
have
talking.
we still have a giveaway to do at the end as well.
Oh yes, that's right. Okay.
All right.
Sorry guys, I got the bladder of a baby.
That's
It's all
okay.
good.
Oh, you will too, miss. Just wait a few months. He's gonna poke your stomach and you are gonna feel like you gotta go.
Oh, you better not be doing anything like that. No, I already feel it where I have to go, or it feels like I have to go to the bathroom a lot more frequent than I'm used to. Not to gross people out, but that's one of my things so far.
Oh no, gross. It's all. None of these people would be here today if it wasn't for their mothers. So
Yeah, I'm getting there, sweetie.
All right.
Okay. We actually did do that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just go with these questions
All
here.
right.
We've been talking and having a good time and running out of time. Okay.
So we have a live right after this to go for 3 hours.
Okay.
no WrestleMania for you guys?
No, we're watching
We are.
WrestleMania on our with our
Oh.
friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So let's just do what is your favorite snack food?
Milk duds.
Milk duds again.
Good.
Not my favorite, but I like milk duds.
So we have 3 more questions. Biggest fear? Oh, you don't have one. Okay.
For the woman that loves horror,
I would say at this point, like, being covered in spiders.
spiders?
That's never great.
Oh my goodness, I don't mind spiders.
Our second last question is: do you have anything that you want to promote? Any up and coming projects you want to speak about?
No, honestly. I mean, nothing like super in the works. Just the regular old. We got a Mystery Girl series. I don't know if anybody here has followed that, but we switched it up, and now we roll for damage. So we let the dice tell us what kind of damage we're bringing to the pops. But other than weekly mystery boxes every Friday and YouTube videos a few times a week, again working on my consistency, but nothing crazy coming up yet.
Okay.
Those videos you've been posting for those mystery those boxes. Oh
Yeah.
God, some of them make me cringe because they're anime ones, and I'm a big anime fan. I'm like, oh God, don't throw it.
Oh, people have gotten mad, like mad. Oh, during certain pops. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Final and last question for the podcast. Do you have any questions for us?
I got a few questions.
Hey.
How long have you guys been doing this podcast?
2.5.
Yeah, approximately.
2.5 years.
I'd say so.
2.5 years. That you've started the YouTube channel, or did you guys start the YouTube channel to do this podcast?
No, I started with my gaming channel, and then it didn't take off. I was sitting at 7 subscribers, and I was like, I can't handle this. So I deleted all my content and then reposted like reviews and everything on Funkos, and then I decided I want to do a podcast. So
Then COVID hit.
I got really bored, and then I was like, let's do a podcast. It's free.
You had the idea, I think, before COVID, but it just took off because of COVID, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Hey, LJ.
Hi, LJ.
Other than,
okay,
because I imagine in most streams that the worst thing to happen in the stream is somebody not showing up, like me.
Yeah.
So other than that happening, what is one of the worst things that have, you don't have to be specific about anybody, but what is the worst thing that has ever happened on the live stream?
Our power went out, and we had to use my data to finish the live. It was very we had our phone recording here. It was very annoying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Big Easy House of Pops.
That wasn't too
That
bad.
was frustrating because I had to be like
you worked
running
quickly
around.
and we got through it, and we still, like, the energy was still there. Everyone was still having a good time.
Yeah, but
I
you
think-
know how anal I am. It bothered the heck out of me because I'm very quality.
And I'm more like, whatever happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got through that. I would say the most challenging, I guess, thing is people that we haven't really experienced it too much, I don't think, on our podcast yet, but people that maybe have like a disrespectful tone coming in, or they're just like not in a good mood, or they're kind of like hanging back, being like, yeah, why am I here? So they interested. Again, we haven't really had that.
Or people that tell us at the last very second that they're not going to be able to do the show. I'm not attacking you.
Okay.
I'm just saying in general that irritates me. I do all my research. I put all my time into this podcast.
You're always doing like 20 thumbnails ahead of time. Like you plans like months ahead.
I plan like lots of thumbnails for all future podcasts that I know are guests. And if somebody cancels, I have to go through each thumbnail to switch the number. So that's a little irritation.
That's on you.
That's on me.
No, but as a host, that's also what, like, as hosting a podcast, what's the scariest? And that is having somebody, trust me, and I again, on top of the, like, feeling awful for doing it to you, I get it. It is so annoying. Even, again, when you plan to have a guest on and they're not on, now it's like, okay, well, what are we doing? Who are we talking to? What are we talking about? Do we just cancel? It's super frustrating. I get it. I totally get it. And if that's the worst thing that's happened, I mean, good. Yeah. Nothing, nobody coming on acting crazy. That's good.
And again, like we've had really great guests where they've been engaged. Again, there's just I think we talked about two. I think
there's one guest that really irritated me. Like there was a duel, like two people, and the one person was very interested in our questions. The other one was like,
they were not happy to be there.
Not happy to be there.
And it just takes the energy down and whatever. I wasn't on that one, but and then we had another person that is clearly going through some serious issues, identity issues. They were kind of younger anyway, so they think they know everything. And then when you ask them questions, they think you're attacking them, but really you're not.
Yeah, you're just
and again, I'm okay with these people. I'm just saying what I personally struggle with because I feel I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my God, I'm hurting this person's feelings, or like you want it to go smoothly. So when you have it open and a guest that wants to have some fun and just hang out and express themselves and try and be as positive. I mean, not everything has to be positive, but you know what I mean? That makes it so much more enjoyable for everybody that's watching, and participating.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had guests on where like you ask a question and they have one word answer. And it's like, okay, I was expecting you to maybe go into like a little bit of a story, talk a little bit more. And like the whole interview was over in 20 minutes. And I'm like, all right, well, what do we do for the rest of the time? Low energy, that's so fun.
All right, that's a bit of a challenge, getting people out of their comfort zone.
I got two more questions for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Second to last question. Who is your dream guest? If it's not Top Pops, who is your dream guest to hopefully have on the podcast one day?
Dead or alive? Can we have a ghost?
That doesn't work.
Can we have a ghost on? Just kidding.
I mean, it could be somebody that you would have liked to have on that obviously isn't alive anymore, or somebody that you still hope to have on in the future.
Okay.
I want Jack Black. I've always been a big fan of him, and I think he would bring so much energy to the podcast.
Oh my God, he brings so much energy to life.
Yeah. I just want to hi to Mama J and Blood Dragon. Welcome, guys.
Okay.
And then your turn.
Of course, Robbie Williams, because I'm a huge fan of him. Like, it's sad how he went, but like he was just an extraordinary person and just brought such light to the world when he was around. And you know what I mean? He would be fun. And oh my God, we'd probably be laughing in stitches, right? And maybe someone that is alive, Jordan Peterson. He's a very interesting. So God. I know he can be.
I know. Yeah. You either love him or you hate him, kind of thing. I do very much enjoy listening.
I think he's so smart, and like I just want to pick his brain, So someone fun to have on, like Robin Williams.
Rob Zombie would be good too. Chasing Kingdom.
Oh yes, Rob Zombie would be cool too. But
No, Rob Zombie would be cool, although he's got a lot of social anxiety. So I don't think that he would necessarily bring the energy.
Yeah.
I've thought about that. Like, that would be cool just because he is who he is. And he's been, like, I've watched him on Joe Rogan's podcast, but...
Oh, okay.
It's actually really hard, apparently, to, like, see him out in public. He's got such bad, like, social anxiety.
Oh, wow.
So Sherry Moon does a good job of, like, keeping him...
Yeah, that makes sense. Think about it. Have you ever seen, like TMZ doing anything?
No.
Oh, no, he's very private.
Okay.
Super private. Which, if I... God, I mean, seriously, I truly hope never, but if I ever got to that level of fame, I would want to be nowhere in the media. Not anywhere. I'm not going out. I'm staying in my home.
Jessy's in her underwear going out or her pajamas going out to the store to pick up breakfast. You're on TMZ. So I'm like,
yeah, nope, not me.
Hi there, right.
Let's see. Okay. If it's not too personal of a question, what do you guys, if anything, if this isn't what you do full time, what do you guys do for work? Or what did you do for work?
I'm a maintenance man for the mall beside my house.
Oh, cool.
So I take care of the mall.
but you have plans for other things.
Yeah, I'm planning to move on and go into construction because that's my
It's
true
your
passion.
dream.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like maintenance is a field I should look into. I love cleaning. There's nothing more that gives me peace than like, it's a control thing. I know you know. It's like when everything is all nice and tidy, it's like the one thing you get to control is the cleanliness. All right.
I'm gonna
What about you?
I don't like cleaning. It's just so time consuming. And then it seems like, at least in this apartment, because it's old, I like clean the dust off and everything. And because it's an old building, it's like 2 days later, it's caked back on. Like, this is another reason why I want to move.
Right.
But I get what you're saying. Maybe not about control, but I get what you're saying about, I feel mentally cleared out when my house is in order. You know what I mean? I just feel better. I'm like, I sleep better. I'm like, my room looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Kitchen's clean. You know, you just feel better. So that's where I take it from.
So what do you do?
Oh, I'm just in school right now. I'm going to be graduating in July, but I'm going to be a social service worker.
Oh,
but we started out as chefs. We both graduated chef school.
Both men in chef school.
Yes.
Oh. I have just recently, in my newly engaged life, I've been trying to be more of like a homemaker in a way, and I cook Monday through Friday. So I've been trying to. I actually thought about trying to go take a cooking class because I know how to follow recipes, but like other than garlic, like I feel like I'm making like the same type of dishes, just like rotating out meat or vegetables, and they all taste fine, but I can't like look in a fridge and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this from like all of these random ingredients. Like, so that's awesome. So you guys know how to cook?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like really cook?
Really cook.
Do you guys cook all the time?
She's the main cooker.
I'm the main cook for now, but
I cook on special occasions.
You do when you're feeling something, you're like, I'm gonna do this tonight. I'm like, okay. But again, with the way life is, sometimes you just kind of get like we're not 24/7 passionate about making an amazing dinner every night.
Sure.
It definitely doesn't go that way. And
sometimes I have long shifts and like and she's studying with tests and stuff.
So we're just gonna do something simple tonight.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, when COVID hit, like that's why I went into social work, is because the cooking industry or culinary arts industry has just taken such a hard hit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just not been the same.
Yeah.
So we both have found other outlets that we absolutely enjoy. I went to school for social work a long time ago, like when I was 20, but I never finished it. So I kind of just like went back to like that was my first.
You want to be a social worker?
Yeah.
I had a social worker. I was adopted. I mean, I went from I was like 4 years old, put in a foster home, and then it was like a few years later that they actually adopted me. But I had a few social workers growing up.
Okay.
They're great. Really.
I was also
necessary.
in the foster home.
Oh, that's good. He was in
I went into the foster home when I was 13.
Oh.
I was there until I was 21. Yeah.
That's late. I mean, I went in at 4, almost 5, and even I was like, because all of my siblings are adopted also, so all of them were all taken from the hospital as babies, and I'm like, God, 5 years old. I'm like, I don't remember everything, but I remember a little. I know enough that this isn't like my home, you know what I mean? Right. So I can't imagine God going into 13.
Yeah. Did you have good foster homes to go to? Like, because you said some were good, some were not.
Yeah.
A good experience.
Luckily, I didn't have to bounce around. I went from like where my mom was to straight to one foster home, and then they adopted me 2 years later, I think. But I could never, even the struggles of like being adopted, I could never understand the struggles of somebody who had to bounce through homes, because I have met people who have been in some really bad like foster homes and situations where the state is literally paying you to take care of these children and you treat them like garbage.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah. No, listen, there are more people in the world that need more people like you to get into the system who actually care. Obviously, you have a personal partner who has been in the system, rung around, so you know that it's. I mean, listen, it looks like you turned out great.
He did.
And listen, we all have our issues, but you know as well as I do that. I mean, we could have taken the turn and not ended up here.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys prevailed, I think. Okay.
All right, we're just gonna finish the show with a giveaway, and then we're good to go.
Guys. I hope you guys are ready for the giveaway.
So
let her tell what she's gonna maybe put in the box and all that.
Well, do you want to talk about the giveaway, and then I'll tell you what might be inside?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good
so
too.
we're gonna do a number system where we're gonna pick a number out of 1 to 50. Whoever gets it right the first wins the prize, and it's gonna be.
Wait till we put start in the chat, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys are just slow and steady, and then jump in with your numbers. But I will be giving away, and in theme, because I obviously love horror. I am going to be putting together a horror mystery box, and this is going to be kind of like a mass amount of different collectibles, all horror related, spooky, scary in any way. But we're just gonna be pops, sodas, some comics, and then maybe some little miscellaneous horror stuff. But it's gonna be a nice box. I'm gonna say the value is gonna be about $100 for this, and this is as a thank you / I'm sorry, a thank you for having me on, and an apology, and also to your viewers who were here last time I was supposed to be on, and I had some family stuff and I wasn't able to come on. So I'm sorry to you guys. I'm sorry to the lovely hosts, and I wanted to do a giveaway for all of you guys. So good luck on the number picking.
All right.
So you're gonna put.
I'm gonna send her the number. I'm gonna tell what number it is.
Oh, okay. You're picking the number.
I'm picking the number.
Okay.
You're gonna send it in the private chat.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
And I'm gonna put start, but when
is.
you say so.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna do the start line. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I thought so.
No one will ever get that.
No.
All right.
There's no way. All right. You want to put start in the chat?
Yep. Do you want me to do now?
Yes.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna put start. As soon as you see start writing your numbers.
There we go.
All right. Got the
Mama.
eagle eyes.
Baby eyes.
This will be really cool. A whole horror. If you're a horror fan or know somebody who's a horror fan, this is
Nobody's
great.
got it yet.
And she's got some really amazing boxes. She really puts it together nicely.
Oh, not yet.
Keep going, guys.
2 people very close though.
Woo! The adrenaline.
The adrenaline. Keep trying, guys.
Wow.
Maybe it is a harder number than thought.
I think everybody's also trying to read what's been written already.
Yeah, that too. That's okay, Rocket Black's Gaming. You can always re-watch it later when you got time, if you want.
Yeah.
66? No, it's between 1 and 50. Rocket Blast.
Damn, a few of you guys are so close.
No.
Come on, guys.
Nope.
I mean, it hasn't been picked yet, so we're running out of numbers.
Mama Ice, there's no 100.
Oh,
Whoa.
Baby Ice! We
Yeah.
got a winner.
Yeah.
Baby Ice.
Baby eyes. 26.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
26.
Congrats,
Okay.
my dear. Mama Ice, no 75.
All right.
right.
Well, Baby Ice,
If
if you would like to, you can either send your address to Johnny or Dee, or message me on Jassy, send me it. Either way, I will get that over, or I will get that out to you on Monday.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Jassy.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me on. And I cannot apologize enough. Like, I can't, I know it's maybe excessive, but I, again, have been you guys, and I get it. And I just, truly, the respect, I truly am so sorry. But WrestleMania is about to start.
Yeah.
Yes, and we appreciate you coming on. It was well worth it.
This
Thank
has
you.
been another episode of the Funko Friends podcast.
Thank you, guys.
We are out. Do you want the last words?
Yes, have a good rest of your weekend, guys. And we will be on The Horseman on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then next Saturday won't be a podcast.
So,
it's Easter weekend,
Happy Easter to everyone. Have a wonderful holiday next weekend.
and we'll see you
soon.
in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye.